short intermission with our lovely show match between the Wyverns, and we're here with another match between the Novice League Kiwis and Gorgons, and I'm actually here by one of the players from the last show match, Jaegers. Jaegers, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Nice little was it a Wednesday playoffs? Always a good time. I'm excited for this one though, Ventus.
You have plenty to be excited for. I mean, the matchup between the Kiwis and the Gorgons for Novice League should be one of the closest matches in all of Novice League. I mean, looking at both these teams, I mean, all of these players are in the top 15 of the Novice League. We have Yosoi, Reckless, Jolly Rogers, and Beard, I believe, um, or sorry, Jolly Rogers, Beard, and Akawaski for the Kiwis. I apologize. And Yosoi, Reckless, Ace, and Skinny Legend for the Gorgons. I mean, but all these players have been standouts across their teams this entire season, and I mean, should be a great match. I want to kick it over to you and ask what are you predicting? What do you think the series score is going to be?
Well, I think the series score is gonna be that's gonna be a tough one, Ventus. I do think I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to say like 4-2 Kiwis. I don't know why
Mm,
that just came to me. But I do see a bunch of names that are familiar, and a few names that are going to be tongue twisters. So good. I just want to say good luck to you tonight, Ventus.
yeah, I
But
appreciate it.
it's gonna be a good one. I think lots of people who've been around Nemesis for a while. Lots of people who've made their names known, and I mean they're all veterans, so they know how the playoffs go. They're no strangers playing on stream, so there's always stream nerves. Always take those into account. There's always playoff nerves, but I think it's gonna be a good one. I think game one's gonna be a little bit rough, but I think it's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, and I think game ones can always be rough. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, calming those nerves, just getting into it. Like once these teams, get settled in, it's definitely going to be a great matchup. I like the 4-2 prediction for the Kiwis, but I think I'm going to go with a 4-3 for the Kiwis, so a game seven. And hopefully we'll get this match started. It looks like both teams are now joining up. We finally got the last player in, but I think that the 4-2 is definitely possible, but I think that the Gorgons have a little bit more to offer us. So I'm hoping it comes to a game seven here. But
Hey, we can
it
only
looks
hope. We can only
we
hope.
can only hope as the kickoff goes away. We kick off the fourth match of the night between the Kiwis and the Gorgons. Already coming out, Beard with a great 50 against Reckless. A slight miss there, but it leaves Reckless another
Ooh.
shot off the crossbar. Is there any finish? Finish comes in from Ace, and a great shot there by Ace to put them up 1-0.
Yeah, no, and I mean, the Kiwis looked a little bit awkward on the goal line. Ace just coming in from the top ends, putting it in quick, striking first in this best of seven.
Yeah, and it looks like there might have been a slight miss on the side of Gorgons, but it ended up being a nice fake and left Reckless for a completely open shot. So it was a great play by the Gorgons
Oh,
to open us up, but almost a play by Akawaski and the Kiwis. And this is going to be a difficult name match for sure for me, but Beard bringing it off the backboard, trying to follow it, gives a pass. It looks like Ace is going to take the ball, puts it across, almost taken away by Jolly Roger. Beard taking it up, looking for the reset, gets demoed for his efforts. Skinny gets a 50. Reckless bangs it away. Aiko able to pass it to Beard. Beard's up, looking for the double, can't get it off the sidewall. Jolly Rogers puts it in the corner, looks for another one,
what a
can't get it.
fake!
Look right towards the middle, almost another shot opportunity, but luckily saved away by Ace. Jolly Rogers looking to start off where he left off, taking a dribble, gets it past one. Ace luckily able to get the save. Beard puts it back middle for Jolly Rogers. Aiko double commit comes out. Reckless puts it on net. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Beard is going to be able to save that ball away. But another pass comes out from Skinny Legend. Beard, another great save. Reckless looking to add some more pressure. Gets a beat
Oh,
on
what a
one. Pass it
pass!
to Skinny Legend. Skinny Legend shot. Saved by Brett Beard. Ace with the follow. And a great goal there for the Gorgons to put them up 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like starting out, Ventus Kiwis are just awkward. Gorgons are being extremely creative with their passing plays, finding the open net man, and I don't know, on the flip side, it just seems like the Kiwis right now are just kind of like just ramming the ball into the Gorgons defensive wall, just hoping something's gonna stick.
Yeah, and well, hopefully they can create some more attacks. As that one is just off the crossbar for the Kiwis, and they should be able to get some more attacking opportunities here. As Beard takes the possession, gets 50 by Reckless, but Jolly Rogers is there with the aerial to the corner, puts it a little bit safer. But Ace is already there, beating another one to the ball. Looks like Skinny Legend gonna take his time in the corner. Reckless gets a pass out middle, no follow up comes through and a little bit of miscommunication between Jolly Rogers and Beard, but Beard
Oh,
goes ahead and takes the ball. Jolly Rogers puts a shot on net, and Skinny Legend just not able to get back in time, and that's a great goal and a much needed one for the Kiwis.
yeah, that exchange looked a little polite. It looks like Beard and Jolly Rogers kind of got into you take it, no, you take it, until Jolly Rogers finally decided to just take the shot and put it in the back of the net, cutting the lead to one.
Yeah, and just as we are hoping that the
Oh
Kiwis would get some
no.
more attack opportunities, it looks like there's going to be a slight defensive mistake coming from the Kiwis, and Ace is definitely going to capitalize on that with taking the free goal there.
Yeah, Aiko just not quite able to find the touch. And, Ace, you don't really see that many goals in playoffs. And, you got to take them when you see them.
Yeah, you definitely will take them when you can see them, but it might be the first game jitters for both these teams, especially coming out game one. But it looks like Aiko has got that challenge this time, gets a good 50, but beats his other teammate, gets another touch towards the midfield. Jolly Rogers trying to get a bump on Ace, not gonna find it, but Aiko does get a bump to relieve some pressure for Beard. Beard a little bit awkward, misses the boost here, but is gonna be able to get it away still. Looks like he's going to continue to chase the ball, looking for a pass middle. Gets 50 by Skinny Legend, but the ball's still middle. Reckless with a good killer to the corner, but Beard with a great pass out to Wusky. And a demo by Jolly Rogers leaves the net open, but Beard just unable to get that last touch to sink the goal. But there's still some pressure coming out. It looks like a counterattack's now coming through
Oh,
with a great
oh.
touch by Reckless, and a demo comes out by Skinny Legend, and they're able to go up 4-1.
Yeah, no, if you look at the beginning of that replay, Skinny Legend was just chasing him the whole time. And I mean, just a very good shot by the Gorgons, opening up that space and hitting the open net like always.
Yeah, I mean, and that's definitely a sign that they are not feeling the nerves right now in this game one, as they're able to put that one away, and it looks like they are trying to continue to create some offensive pressure with like another 50 with Ace in the midfield, gets another beat on one. Ace with two racing back from the Kiwis gets a pass out mid. Skinny Legend puts a shot on just high, but Beard's able to catch it on the back wall and take it away. He's trying to get another touch now. Gets a beat on one. Gets a flip past another. Ace gets an awkward touch in the corner, but Skinny Legend's able to clear that one away and get a nice 50 to relieve all that pressure. But Beard with a pop middle trying to get a pass to Jolly Rogers. Maybe Jolly Rogers pass back to Beard. Looks like a 50 comes out. Reckless with a nice backflip. He's going to be able to challenge that again, though. Jolly
Oh,
Rogers with a slight miss there, but Beard's able to get a good shot, but a good save by Ace, and Ace is going to air dribble it out. Gets a flip reset, looking for another touch, gets it, but not where he's looking for. Skinny Legend gets a pop middle. Reckless up with Jolly Rogers, gets a good 50. Aiko is there to get the clear away. And it looks like with this game one winding down,
no.
especially with this goal right here, going up 5-0. What do you think Kiwis has to do differently going into this game too?
Well, Ventus, I was about to say it looks like Kiwi stabilized the scoring a little bit, kind of slowing down the game, but then that goal came and I mean, almost made me eat my words. Yeah, no, Kiwis just need to grab a little bit of momentum. I really think this chalks up to game one playoff jitters, but they also need to find a way to dodge the demos as Skinny Legend is going to get another one here, one step closer to the Brazil.
Yeah, and it might be playoff jitters that they do have in this game one as another goal comes out for the Gorgons. But I mean, the Gorgons have looked great so far in this series. All their passing plays have been very good, and they haven't really had to play much defense. I mean, Kiwis hasn't really had to force them to make any uncomfortable saves that they had to deal with, and so I think that might be something that we can look forward to going into next game with hopefully the Kiwis kind of calming some of their nerves down and being able to generate some of that offensive pressure that they do that they are known for. But as this clock kind of winds down into the final seconds, a slight a missed open opportunity there for Ace, but doesn't really matter as they are up 6-1. Couldn't get the Brazil, but Gorgons, pretty dominant in this game one fashion.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is they've been demoing the back line and Kiwis don't really have an answer to them. Gorgons just keep disrupting the Kiwis defense and I mean you can't save the goal if you're not in the back of the net to stop it. Gorgons just keep on shooting at open nets and that's why their shooting percentage is so good this game.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I mean, 11 shots to the Kiwis 5. I mean, the Gorgons had pressure all game long, and I mean, hopefully the Kiwis will be able to bounce back in this game too. But I mean, the Gorgons, all that pressure, it's all the demos too. I completely agree with you, Jaegers, is opening so much space for them and giving them so many opportunities. So hopefully, Kiwis will be able to do something in this game too.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Because I mean, down 2-0, it's not the end of the world, but it's not a great start. It if you want to, I mean, you want to get to that best of 5 area. You want to tie up this game after this, the second one, um, because you don't want to go down 2-0 in a best of 7.
Yeah, you do not want to give the other team momentum, as it looks like a player was actually disconnected from the lobby, so we are waiting for him to rejoin. But yeah, I mean, talking about momentum, I mean, the Gorgons having so much from this game one, it's going to be very difficult for the Kiwis to kind of take it back here. But as the kickoff kind of comes underway, we will look to see if they do create some of that pressure as Jolly Rogers taking it up the wall, looks for a shot, just off, but a pass comes out
Oh,
and is almost a follow up from Aiko Wusky, but just unable to find that shot. Beard trying to get another shot, but is demoed for his efforts, and a double commit comes out by the Kiwis and gives free ball to Reckless, who's going to get a 50 middle. Double commit again, but beat by Skinny Legends. Looks like Jolly Roger's going to go for the aerial, gets a beat on one, but elects to wait for
oh,
Reckless, but Reckless with an uncharacteristic miss there. Luckily, Skinny Legends is able to get back just in time and is up for his own air dribble. Unfortunately, gets saved by Aiko Wusky, and Beard air dribbling it in front of his own net, but just around Ace and Beard taking his time. Has it in the corner, pops it towards mid, gets a
oh.
bomb, leaves the net open for Jolly Rogers, and he's going to put that one away.
And you know this, like I don't know, Kiwis wins this game with a little bit more swagger. They're a bit more aggressive in offense, and right now Gorgons don't have an answer to them. That was a nice bump by I Fear the Beard, and Jolly Rogers just gonna hit the open net.
Yeah, and it seems like they took a page out of the Gorgons playbook there with that backline bump in demo, and that really worked out for the Kiwis. We'll see if it continues as Beard gets a booming clear out of his net, but a little double commit comes out from the Gorgons between Ace and I believe it was Reckless, but it
Oh,
might
what a
not.
shot!
Almost a demo comes out again, and Akoweski's gonna put a shot on the target, but it's saved by Reckless, and another save comes out by Ace to get the clear away. Beard looking to air dribble this, gets a pop, gets a
Oh,
reset, looking to pass, fakes it for Jolly Rogers. Jolly Rogers not able to put the shot on target, but another pass could come out. A
oh
double
no!
commit comes out, and Gorgons are able to put it away. Now they have their own counterattack, tries to double dribble it over Beard, but unfortunately not able to get there as Beard, that solid rock on defense. Jolly Rogers actually puts another shot on net, just testing the waters of the Gorgons defense. Another shot comes out, good save away by Ace. And now there's another counterattack coming in. Skinny Legends looking for the demo on Beard, but it turns out Reckless is going to get demoed in the Gorgons backline instead. Aiko Wusky pops once, tries to leave it. A triple commit comes out for the Gorgons. Let's see if Beard can capitalize. A good pass comes out by Jolly Rogers. It's off the post and it's in. Another great goal there by the Kiwis.
Yeah, no, and like I was saying earlier, I mean, Kiwis just look extremely aggressive. This looks like a completely different team than we saw in the game one. They're demoing the back line, they're putting shots on target, and they're not giving the Gorgons any chance to breathe, outshooting them 5-1 in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they're definitely not leaving much room to breathe as it even forced a Gorgons triple commit earlier that we saw. So hopefully this is the new Kiwis that we'll be able to continue to watch here. But a shot comes out
Ah,
by Ace, just slightly off target. Unfortunate miss there by Ace, but it leaves a 50 towards mid.
oh, good
Aiko gets a
pass.
beat on two, right to Jolly Rogers, and he sinks it. Thread the needle pass by Aiko here. A great play.
And Ventus, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, it just went through two of the Gorgons defenders, just a perfect placement. And there Jolly Rogers was sitting there waiting for the hat trick to come to him. And he hits it. Kiwis up by
Yeah,
3.
and a great play there between Jolly Rogers and Aiko as Jolly Rogers gets his hat trick, as you just said. A great showing so far for Jolly Rogers and a much needed bounce back. But it looks like Skinny Legends might try to do something against it, gets a sidewall, but Aiko able to take it up, air dribbling it out of the task, gets it beat on one. 50's ace, but Beard's able to get it off the corner, tries to get the follow up, not going to be there,
Oh,
but Aiko has a shot, saved away by Ace. Jolly Rogers pre-jumping the wall, gets a beat on Ace there, but looks like there's not much of a follow-up in terms of Kiwi's pressure. Reckless able to get a pass, a bang out, tried to put it on target, but saved away. Looks like Beard taking off his own wall. Looks for
oh,
a
funny
pass mid,
pass.
gets a beat on one, but 50'd by Reckless, and Aiko is going to have to get another touch. Not going to be able to get this touch, going to give Ace the ball, but Jolly Rogers is able to get back in time. And as we saw there as well, even though Aiko is even though Aiko whiffed, he still was able to go back into the play and bump the next challenger by the Gorgons, and that's some aggression that we have not
Oh,
seen from the Kiwis in game one.
yeah, most definitely. They've been finding bumps and demos and just disrupting the Gorgons on all fronts. Even like just rotating out, just not giving the Gorgons a chance to kind of get set up on offense. And there's a shot right there. Is it too little too late? Only time will tell, but Yosai Reckless is gonna put a goal in with 1 minute left.
Yeah, and that was a great pass from Ace on the skim from the sidewall touch, and it gives Reckless a completely open net here as they get one back, and we'll have to see if the Gorgons aren't done yet with their scoring, or if they're trying to bring back in this game too. As at least like Reckless is gonna get a slight mistouch there, and Beard's gonna get a free ball. It looks like Beard's gonna go for a bump, but Skinny Legend's already off his own back wall. Jolly Rogers puts a shot
Oh,
on net. Ace is awkward, and it's gonna find the back of the net here to put them up 4-1.
and Jolly Rogers take a bow. Nice shot, top bends over Ace. He wasn't expecting the placement. And with 44 seconds left, Jolly Rogers puts this game a little bit more out of reach.
Yeah, and it definitely is a little more out of reach here. Is a 3-goal deficit with 40 seconds left versus a 2-goal deficit with 1 minute left is a completely different ball game, and Gorgons might not be able to catch back up in time. Even though we saw that they did have some more signs of life here in the second half of the game, but with that Jolly Rogers beautiful shot there, it kind of seals away the Kiwis are going to win this game too, and a much needed comeback. And just as you were mentioning earlier about making it a Game 5 series instead of going down 0-2, I mean, Kiwis listened, they delivered, and that's exactly what you want to see.
No, absolutely. Like I said, like in that game number 2, it's not the death knell if you lose, but it's certainly not fun. And Kiwis did extremely well to fight back and put this at an even series once again.
Yeah, and Jolly Rogers, this I mean, standout player in this game. 4 goals on 5 shots. I mean, almost every time he was shooting the ball, it was going in the Gorgon's net. So I mean, we got a little sharpshooter on our hands here, and he definitely stepped up in this game too. So we'll see if he got some of those nerves knocked out, and he's able to continue to deliver this kind of gameplay for the rest of the series.
Yeah, absolutely. He is doing his part, and honestly, Beard and Aiko doing theirs as well, finding the demos on the back line, clearing up space, and not giving Gorgons any chance to breathe. Now it's time to see how Gorgons respond to this game 3 after losing this last one.
Yeah, as it looks like a slight they were trying to change teams a little bit here, but everybody's now back on the right. right page, and they're all right on the right teams now for the start of this game 3. Is yeah, we are definitely going to be looking to see if Gorgons have any response to this new Kiwis found confidence and pressure. As almost a shot comes out there, but it's going to be saved away by Ace. Looks like Ace trying to get an air dribble out, but is blocked by Beard. Skinny Legend tries to go for a double off the corner, but unable to get that second touch. It's going to roll all the way back into the Gorgons half. Reckless tries to pop it, but it's going to end up being a pass to Jolly Rogers. Jolly Rogers puts off the back wall, and Beard is able to sink one away there for the Kiwis to go up 1-0.
Yeah, no, and just a great heads-up play by Aiko and Beard just taking the shot. The defense was not expecting that. And, I mean, Kiwis just picking up where they left off.
Yeah, and it was definitely, you mentioned Aiko there. I mean, he went for the demo and pushed the last defender inside the net and still got the bump on him, leaving the net completely open for Beard there. And Beard is not going to miss those. I mean, he has been solid so far this series, and he will take that open net when he can get it. So a great play there by Aiko. But it looks like a Beard actually gets demoed, and looks like Gorgon's trying to create some pressure here. Aiko's going to be able to clear it and gets a pass middle for Jolly Rogers, who's pre-jumped middle, but just unable to get the shot there as Reckless pops it up. Beard's able to take it off his hands, though, but Skinny Legend's luckily there for the touch. Aiko tries to go for the corner read, but it ends up being a pass. Reckless has to panic and pops it middle, but luckily Ace is there, and Ace has full boost, but gets 50. Another demo comes out, and Beard almost able to get the shot, but just slightly off target. Beard looking for another pass, but this one's going to be saved away by Ace. Aiko pops it off his own back wall. Beard's going to try to get there, but Jolly Roger's going to get a free touch. He clears it out, but Skinny Legend's going to be there. Gets bumped for his efforts again, though. Another beat comes out. Ace, luckily, is last line of defense. A bump on Beard should relieve a lot of this pressure as Reckless tries to create a counterattack for himself, but unable to do so. But it leaves his other two teammates, Ace and Skinny, in a passing play, but a great pre-jump there by Aiko to just be able to defuse that situation. And as we're about halfway through Game 3 here, what do you think that Gorgons are going to have to do differently to create some opportunities?
Honestly, they only have 2 shots. It's a very low shooting game by both teams. Lots of teams, both the teams feel like they kind of locked up in a way, like kind of nervous. They don't want to go down in the series. And so they're playing safe, and a nice shot by Beard there, not quite going to find the target. But Gorgons really are stepping away from their Game 1 ways. I'm seeing a lot less demo attempts, a lot less shots, and they're just giving Kiwis too much time to operate.
Yeah, I completely agree. As we see Kiwis get another demo and a pass into the Gorgons half, but the Gorgons have lacked that aggression and that confidence in those demos really in this game 2 and 3. And really, it seems like the game is completely flipped. I mean, the Kiwis have been dominant for the most part, but a great shot there by Ace actually evens up the score.
Yeah, nice shot by Ace. Just getting the underneath flick over Aiko. Aiko pre-jumping. We saw him do a pre-jump once again. It worked last time. It did not work this time. And Ace going to tie up this game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you are wanting to see if you are a Gorgons fan, or if you're on the Gorgons. You know, a much-needed goal and a great play at that with Ace. And so hopefully, maybe Ace is starting to shine, and maybe he's done with his nerves now that the game. Now that we're in Game 3 and we've kind of let the dust settle here. But looks like Reckless going to get a pass off the back wall. Tries to get a bump. A double commit comes out, but Ace also commits. It's going to roll into the blue half, and a 50 comes out by Skinny Legend and Jolly Rogers, but it's going to be cleared away by Reckless. Beard off his own back wall, looks for an air dribble. Get a bump attempt comes out, and it's going to float right in front of the net. Jolly Rogers able to get the clear, though, and another clear, almost able to put a shot on net. Jolly Rogers gets another shot on net, but it's saved away by Skinny Legends in the midfield. Skinny Legends gets a nice little reset for his efforts, but not able to do anything with it. Reckless trying to take time in his own corner, but it's gonna pop
Oh,
out
that's
right mid.
awkward.
Ace has to get a touch. It's still middle. Another 50 comes out. It's still in the midfield. Skinny luckily gets it into his corner and kind of, makes it safe. But this has been back and forth as we see another 50 come out. These teams going neck and neck here as they continuously strive for this midfield pressure. Aiko just playing for another 50. It looks like it's gonna get a bump attempt for Reckless. A Beard has to come help him out. Looks like another 50 out in
Oh,
midfield.
that's a
Jolly Rogers
shot.
is there. Reckless. Nice save onto his own backboard. Skinny is able to get the follow-up touch to help clear it out of the backfield, but Reckless going to take time again. Looking for another pass, not able to get it. Beard's going to be able to clear it away. Low boost as Beard likes to take a 50. Jolly Rogers is going to be first to this ball. Reckless is already on the wall. A pop middle, and we're going to overtime in this game number 3. And we'll see what is going to happen, who's going to take the advantage in this game and in this series as Ace gets a nice pinch off his own sidewall. Reckless tries to get the touch, not going to be able to get it. A bump attempt
Oh
comes
my.
out. Ace is awkward, not able to get the touch. And Jolly Rogers, again, able to put the dagger home for Kiwis in this game 3.
Yeah, man's just a shooter. What can I say? Ace is going to want that touch back. I mean, it was an easy save, and sometimes the easiest saves can be the hardest because you think, yeah, it's just like any other time, and I mean, you just whiff, and sometimes it happens, and Kiwi's going to get a goal as a result of that.
Yeah, and it looks like a double commit kind of came out by Aiko and Jolly Rogers, and it might have helped Jolly Rogers actually get a little bit of a better shot there and able to put the dagger away. But yeah, Ace is definitely going to want that touchback. Is It just looked a little panicked, being that last on defense after Reckless got a slight mistouch. And so, he tried to get whatever touch he could and just was not enough, obviously, as Kiwis were able to take this game 3. But with Kiwis taking game 2 and 3, could you see Gorgons taking their time out here and trying to help reset themselves?
I definitely could. I see they're taking that whole minute, and the party leader just left, so I'm assuming,
They did
they're going to
request a
take that
server
time out.
reset.
Server
Uh,
reset? Okay.
yeah, they requesting a
It's
server
lag.
reset.
It's lag,
I'm not
Ventus.
sure. It is lag. Yep. That is always the excuse. I mean, I use it all the time. It's Man,
Oh,
that touch is so laggy.
it's a good
But
excuse. It's a good excuse.
but yeah. So I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe the Gorgons will still use their timeout. I'm not sure. Obviously, we won't know until we get into the lobby, and it might be a ploy for more time. The Gorgons might be like, we don't want to use our timeout yet. Let's server reset. But
Yep.
I'm not going to be one to judge.
Oh, no. Game is game, you
Um,
know?
as we're waiting for oh, the Kiwis called the reset. I'm sorry. So it was not the Gorgons. So
Excuse
everything
me.
I said was
Excuse
completely
me.
false. But it looks like all the players are now back in the lobby. We'll see if they decide to um use a timeout, but I don't believe either team will. As yes, both teams are now
Absolutely
teaming
not.
up, and we are going to get this game number 4 away in a second. But I mean, we see Kiwis just having all of this momentum. Is there anything Gorgons can really do to try to like regain this?
Well, they had one really good shot that resulted in a goal. I believe it was Ace, just with the pre-flip beating Aiko off the sidewall. And I mean, other than that, like that was probably the most exciting thing we've had from the Gorgons in the last 2 games. Um, they played extremely well in that game. One score, winning 6-1. And hold on, Skinny Legends gonna start off the scoring in this one, and maybe I don't know. I don't want to say it. Maybe the Gorgons got their stuff back. Maybe they got their offense clicking again.
Yeah, that definitely will help the change in momentum that they're looking for this game, for especially electing not to use a timeout to discuss what things they need to change. So a great goal there by Skinny Legends, especially to give them that 1-0. And it looks like another goal might come out as Ace tries to get the double, but Aiko's able to save it away. Like another 50 comes out, ball's rolling in the corner. Beard able to clear it away, looking for a follow up touch. Gets 50 by Reckless, but is still on the ball. Elects to leave it for his teammate. Reckless doing the same thing. Jolly Rogers gets a beat on Skinny Legends. I thought there was going to be a 50, but Skinny Legends able to pick up this loose ball in the midfield. A 50 now comes out by two players from Kiwis and Skinny Legend. A pinch attempt by Aiko, but unfortunately Beard is able to help him get the clear away. Beard looking to try to get another touch, but unable to do so. Skinny gets a demo on one, looking for another bump. Ace gets a pass middle, tries to get another one, but unable to get the beat on Jolly Rogers. Reckless looking for a pass to Skinny Legends. Another 50 comes out, and it's still in the orange half. This is the first prolonged pressure that we've seen from Gorgons in since game one, really. But looks like it's going to be saved away and cleared by Jolly Rogers, as now they're going to have a counterattack opportunity, and a demo almost comes out. Beard gets a touch, leaving it to the back wall, gets a double touch. Another 50 comes out by Jolly Rogers. A good save away by Reckless, just to, keep them from scoring and tying up the game. But it looks like another shot might come out, as it's going to roll mid again. Let's see if there's a follow-up shot by Aiko. Unable to get the score, as it was saved away. And now there's another counterattack. I mean, there's back and forth, but Reckless popping it to the backboard. Aiko is going to get a clear, but it's right to Skinny. Skinny's going to try to put it mid, but Jolly Rogers is going to get the clear. Jolly Rogers gets a beat on Reckless, gets a 50 on second Ace, and unfortunately there's not going to be any follow-up, but Aiko's going to follow this one up here as it goes to the backboard. Beard and Reckless commit. Another 50 comes out, and it's still in the midfield. Reckless fakes it for Ace. Ace gets a pop over one, looking for the double. Oh, just can't get it. A follow-up tries from Reckless, just unable to get there in time, but there's still more pressure, as Skinny's going to pass it out mid. Reckless is trying to get a shot on, but it's going to be saved away. Ace pops it mid again. Beard going to clear it out, looking to follow up his own touch, but unable to do so. Skinny taking off the wall. Gets a pass middle. No follow-up. Aiko's going to clear it away, and Beard's going to collect this one. Beard looking for the air dribble, gets a beat on one, but Reckless is there in the midfield. Reckless tries to shoot it just off, but Beard looking for a counterattack now. Is Skinny just out of position, but able to get back in time. Reckless looking for a beat on one. Looks for a demo, gets a demo, leaves it for Skinny. Skinny puts
nice
it on
shot.
net. And a great shot there by Skinny to put the Gorgons up 2-0.
Yeah, no, that was a great play by Yoise, Reckless, and Skinny. Just a nice angle, top left bins and in. And I mean, this is a completely different Gorgons team than what we saw in the past two games, Ventus. And one thing that I like especially about Novice League, they don't set up offense. They just pure counterattack. And it's very back and forth. And honestly, it keeps you guessing. You never know what's going to happen next.
and we won't know what's going to happen next, as Gorgons try to get some more momentum, and Kiwis obviously trying to shut it down, but Beard having to get a touch back to his own half. Ace trying to get a touch, but Beard able to keep on the ball. Gets another 50, but unable to follow up the touch again. Reckless gonna pop it. Gets a bump on one. Aiko has to pick up the ball. Ace pops it middle. Is there gonna be any follow-up? Doesn't look like it, but Skinny's there for the touch that Kiwis made. Skinny Legend gonna pop it to the backboard. Beard passes it out mid. Unfortunately, Reckless tried to pre-jump, assuming Beard was gonna miss that ball off the backboard, but Skinny Legend looking for another pass. Beard gonna clear it out, but Reckless is already there. Reckless unable to get a forward pass, but it works out because it goes to Ace. Reckless tries to pop it mid. A double commit comes out by the Gorgons. This could be a counterattack opportunity, but luckily Ace was able to shut that down before it got too far. Reckless got 50 in the backboard, but Skinny's able to help bail him out. Another double commit comes out, and it looks like it might have thrown Ace off, as he was unable to get another shot, but as the clock starts winding down, I mean, this Gorgons team has looked completely different, and a shot comes out there, and he's going to get helped a little by Jolly Rogers, but Gorgons are going to go up 3-0 with 15 seconds left in this game.
And that's a perfect shooting performance by Skinny Legend. 3 shots, 3 goals. You can't get much better than that. And I mean, uh, good on Gorgons for not calling that timeout. And right now, Kiwis have a little date with the chalkboard, trying to figure out what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, they definitely will. As this Gorgon's roster looked completely different, and that was all spearheaded by Skinny Legend there. Especially, you talked about having that perfect shooting accuracy, but he also had a hat trick there, and so it's some great play there by Skinny Legend to really propel the Gorgons offense and allow them to win this game four.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, another thing we saw was Yoisa Oy Reckless in the first game. He was just being an absolute menace on the Kiwis defensive half, just demoing the back row over and over again. And he kind of strayed away from that in the past two games. And I mean, this last game, he went into his game one form. And I think that's the formula for the Gorgons. I think that's the formula they need to follow if they want to win this series, if they want to potentially win the chip, is keep on disrupting the back row and not giving the defense a second to breathe.
Yeah, and Reckless, I mean, we talked about him with his backline demos and stuff, but he also did have two assists, and so that definitely helped Skinny Legend out. Not just demoing the backline, but also making those passes off the backboard and those infield passes really were the difference as well. And so great showing by Reckless and Skinny Legend, and they didn't have to rely so much as Ace, that star guy that we saw with the solo goal, a great goal there in game three. They didn't have to rely on him as much, and so that's definitely going to be good for the Gorgons going into this game five, not having to rely on one player to do all the work for them. But it looks like I might have spoken too soon, but a great save by Shitty Legend. It looks like they're going to try to have a counterattack with Red putting off to the side, but Reckless is already there. Skinny Legend looking to get the pass, gets 50. He's going to stay with this ball, tries to get a pop mid, but a double commit comes out by the Kiwis, and it looks like Aiko electing to just take a 50 in his own corner. But it pops middle, not a great 50. Luckily, Beard was already on the back wall there. Looks like Jolly Roger's going to follow up Beard's touch, going to get a beat on one. Reckless gets a clear off his own backboard, but Beard was already there. Unfortunately, couldn't get the touch. Aiko tried to commit, but Reckless got a beat on him. Beard had to make a diving save, but luckily, he was able to clear it away, and nothing too bad was to come from that slightly early commit by Aiko. But looks like Aiko's gonna have another turnaround. He's gonna try to take it
Oh,
slow, but a 50 comes into their own
oh,
half, and Ace is gonna capitalize on that slight miss there by Bread.
yeah, no, like you said earlier, Yoisoi Reckless has been absolutely assist hero. And he's gonna get another one there. Ace obliging, putting the goal in the back of the net and giving the Gorgons the lead early.
Yeah, and that was a great play there by Reckless, and just an unfortunate miss there by Beard. But I mean, Beard was put into a really awkward position as Aiko, even though he had full boost, elected to try to take possession and a lot of time, and it was just insta challenged, and all that space was just instantly gone, and it forced Beard to have to make a hard challenge off his own back wall. And so it looks like Gorgon's gonna have another attack here. Gets it over
Woo!
Aiko, and is actually gonna get a nice little air dribble in for their second goal of the game.
Yeah, and a nice shot by Skinny Legend over Aiko, top right and in, and Gorgon's going to double that lead. And right now, if I'm Kiwis, you need to take a timeout after this game. If you don't win, I mean, this is the rest of your playoff life. And you just need to find a way to stop the Gorgons because right now they are popping off on all cylinders.
Yeah, and definitely, but we'll hope that Brad and Aiko and um, Jolly Rogers will be able to regain, especially looking out for Jolly Rogers as he was such a dominant factor in the two wins that the Kiwis had. And so hopefully they will be able to bounce back and put on a good show for us as Beard. Able to get a beat on one, looks for a pass
Oh,
middle, gets a beat on three, leaves it for Aiko. Aiko gonna pass it mid, gets 50, but it's still mid. Beard just unable to get that shot as it was such a tight angle. Beard does get a beat on one. Jolly Roger's gonna pass it. Beard's there. Beat
oh,
gets the beat
nice
on
shot.
Reckless, and a great shot there by Beard.
And that was an awesome angle by Beard. He's gonna hit by one. Jolly's gonna pass it to him and just slightly over Yoisoi Reckless anywhere else, and that ball does not go in. And what
Yeah,
a shot by Beard.
yeah, definitely a great shot. As it looked like it skimmed the crossbar, and Beard with a pass out to Jolly Rogers, looking to help continue that success that he built
Oh,
upon. Another shot comes out, but luckily Ace able to save that away. Beard looking to take possession, gets a beat on one, looks for a bump on Reckless, but unable to get one. But it ends up being a pass to Jolly Rogers. Jolly Rogers gets a shot on, luckily saved away by Ace. Beard pops it middle, gets bumped as well, but a shot came or attempt came from Aiko, but just not enough. Jolly Rogers gets a pop past one, leaves it for Beard. Beard tries to put a shot on net, unable to do so as it's saved away. Skinny Legends unable to get the touch. Reckless kind of waiting under the ball, waiting for the 50. Gets a 50,
what a
1-2,
bump.
and it goes in the net for the Kiwis to get one back here at least.
And yeah, no,
Or,
Yoisoi
Gorgons.
Reckless just gonna hit the 25-75 and just absolutely destroy the Kiwis on defense, putting the lead back, nullifying Beard's goal.
Yeah, and as a great dunk there by Reckless, as it does help propel the Gorgons to the match five victory. But there's still time left as Beard's not done yet. Tries to put a pass mid. Jolly Rogers unable to get the shot. A double commit comes out, but it's going to be 50 and still in the Gorgons half. Aiko looking for a reset. Doesn't get it, but ends up getting a 50 anyways. A
Oh,
beat
what a
comes out by Ace,
pass.
and a great pass and a great shot there by Reckless to put them up 4-1.
And yeah, no, Ventus right now, excuse me, the Gorgons are operating on all cylinders, just finding each other in open space, putting shots on target, and the Kiwis just do not have an answer.
Yeah, and some of these attempts usually would be saved by Aiko, especially in game one and two. But
Oh, what a
that
pass.
not seeming to be the case here, as another great pass by Skinny Legends.
Oh my goodness. And like Skinny Legend going to get another assist. Ace. I just knew that was going in the back of the net the second it was going across the goal. That's the timing that the Gorgons are on right now. And I mean the Kiwis need to do something. They need a nice goal here or something. Jolly Roger's gonna put one target, but not solid enough as Yoisoi's gonna hit away. And Kiwis, there's something right there. Aiko gonna hit past the defense. Is it too little too late in this one? Time will tell, but at least it would be one for the road, if anything, just to show that they can score on the Gorgons and that they can get back in this series.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a necessary, a little help to the momentum there for the Kiwis. But I mean, with the clock winding down, they still need 3 goals. It might not be possible to come back in this game five, but you definitely want to use that as momentum to help you in game six as we go to Forbidden Temple. And crazy things happen in Forbidden Temple, so I mean, you never know, anything can happen. Maybe if this was Forbidden Temple, we'd be talking about how the Kiwis have the ability to come back from this deficit. But it is only game five, and the Gorgons do look pretty secure here with their 3 goal lead with the clock, just under 15 seconds now. And you know the Kiwis had something going in games 3 and 4, but it looks like Gorgons found their second lifeline here. Do you think that the Kiwis are going to use their timeout now that they are put on match point?
Do they know about their timeout? If they know about their timeout, I think they're definitely using it because I mean they gotta find a way to stop the momentum. Gorgons operating on all cylinders, and Kiwis they played exceptional in games 2 and 3, not giving Gorgons any chance to breathe. But they've just strayed away from that. I'm not sure what happened. Gorgons haven't really been doing anything different, but Kiwis just strayed away from all those demos, all those disruption plays they had, and their shooting accuracy just has not been there these past couple of games.
Yeah, and it does look like Kiwis do elect to use their timeout. as what I was told. So we will, let Kiwis get that reset that they might need, and I think really what it came down to in this game was that the defense from Kiwis just wasn't up to the standards that it was the previous games. I mean, they outshot Gorgons. I mean, they had 9 shots to the Gorgons 7, I believe. So I mean, it wasn't that the Kiwis weren't getting pressure or getting shots on the ball. It was just that their shots were just getting saved away by the Gorgons, and the Gorgons were able to find the back of the net as the Kiwis only had 1 save that entire game there. So I mean that might be something to look out for, but Gorgons have been so dominant now, and really obviously they hope to continue, especially in this Forbidden Temple, but is the defense something that the Kiwis need to be looking at and seeing if they need to adjust something?
It's tough because they definitely need to be adjusting on defense. They need to keep their heads on a swivel. But the best defense is a good offense. Gorgons don't have a chance to score if they're on defense the whole time. I think Kiwis need to keep up the pressure, just start peppering the back of the net, peppering around the net, looking for something. Um, Force Gorgons to make a mistake. And I think that's how the Kiwis are going to win this one.
Yeah, it's definitely something that they can be focusing on, but we will be getting into this game 6 Forbidden Temple just in a second. But I mean, this Kiwis roster definitely going to be looking to make a statement here in this game 6, as they do not want to go home. A loss here would end their season and allow the Gorgons to progress further in this playoff bracket. A couple of bump attempts come out early in this game with Gorgons, and looks like another demo from Reckless. Skinny elects to take it possession up the wall, looking for a scaling shot, not gonna get it. Ace tries to pop it off the back wall, but Beard's already there. Beard with an air dribble, gonna get 50'd by Reckless, and luckily Jolly Rogers was there to make the save at the goal line, but the pressure's not over here as Ace tries to take a shot on net. Jolly Rogers low boost, has to get a touch, but Reckless tries to get a pass, but just not able to get there. But Skinny getting an air dribble, gets it over one, gets the double tap, and a great goal there by Gorgons to start them up 1-0 in this game.
And yeah, no, Skinny just going to get past the defense. Nice little double tap. Not something you see too much in Novice. So always exciting when you do see it.
Yeah, it's a great goal there by Skinny Legends. Doing it all himself there as it's a great shot and a huge momentum stopper for the Kiwis as they took their time out in an attempt to try to regain some of that composure, but it does not seem to be working as shots just keep piling on for the Gorgons. They might get their first opportunity here as Aiko pitches across the net, but a great touch by Skinny Legends, but the ball's still middle. Beard pops off the backboard. Aiko's there, just off, but Beard's not able to get the follow-up shot. Looks like a counter might be coming out, but Beard's able to stave that one off and gets a touch of his own, gets a beat on one, it's backboard.
Oh,
Aiko's
nice shot.
Follow-up shot and a great play there just to tie up the game 6 1-1.
And yeah, no, the ball was just floating around the Gorgons half. And, they were doing what I said. They just need to keep peppering that defense, applying pressure, and eventually one win the back of the net.
Yeah, and I mean, they had 3 consecutive shots in quick succession, and that really, put so much pressure on the Gorgons there as, originally the Gorgons were out shooting them 6-0 right before they scored that. So right before that set of attacking opportunities, the Kiwis were really on their own back foot. So a great goal there and a much needed one to stay alive in this game 6. But it looks like Beard's going to try to, continue that momentum with a pop off the sidewall, but Ace is able to be there, but Aiko is trying to get another shot. Jolly Rogers might be there to follow. A demo comes out. Jolly Rogers tries to get a touch, but it's saved away by Ace. Beard tries to pop it middle, gets another touch, but a double commit comes out. It's like Aiko trying to take his time here. Gets a beat on 1. Gets a beat on 2, but Jolly Rogers double commits with him, leaving Skinny Legends, time and space on the ball. Gets a beat on 1. Jolly Rogers able to cut it out. You get another touch there. Reckless trying to take time in the corner. Aiko's does not want that to happen. Tries to get a pinch middle, but goes right towards Beard. Beard not expecting that touch. Does not get a great touch, but Aiko's able to save that ball there. Reckless gets a nice 50 on Jolly Rogers, but looks like Beard's got time and space. He's going to be able to get a play on this ball. 50 comes out. Reckless gets a nice bang towards the midfield. Another 50 comes out in the midfield. I mean, both these teams now really playing for that midfield presence and not wanting to give each other a single inch of space. As a demo comes out by Beard, but a great save by Skinny Legends. As this clock, we're about halfway through now with this game 6 match in Forbidden Temple. I mean, these two teams look completely different.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Kiwis don't want to lose, and I mean, Gorgons are ready to end the series here. It's just whoever breaks first. Skinny Legend gonna have a nice pass, but no one there. Jolly Roger's gonna have a nice save away. And yeah, no, this is the last chance for the Kiwis. They can't afford to lose this one, and you know, it looks like they're realizing it. They're playing faster on offense, uh, applying pressure, and they're really not giving Gorgons any chance to breathe, any chance to operate. But Skinny Legend's gonna get a nice shot there. Beard almost gets it, but not quick enough. And with 1 minute left, Skinny Legend puts his team up by 1.
And just as you're saying that the Kiwis were, you know, showing that they did realize it was their last chance, but a great air dribble and a, you know, really good control there by Skinny Legends off his own back wall. Just, you know, a really solid air dribble, just unexpected from the Kiwis, and it goes right over the third man, who was a little too eager to commit, I'd say. But a shot comes out there, and it almost gets it back for the Kiwis, but Ace luckily able to clear that one away. Looks like Reckless trying to get a solo play, leaves it off the backboard for Ace, and Ace is able to get that shot to put them up 3-1 with 50 seconds left.
And as you look, the Kiwi season is crumbling before them as Ace going to get a nice shot off the pass from Yoisoi Reckless. And I mean, it's Forbidden Temple. We've seen crazy things happen before Ventus, but is this too little too late? Only time will tell.
And that may be the coin phrase of this series, as you know, we've seen such close matches and maybe some comebacks here, as crazy things do happen in Forbidden Temple. I mean, Kiwis are going to be able to get one back there with a great shot there by Beard.
Yeah, that was a great, it looked like a pinch pass almost by Jolly Rogers. And I mean, Beard did extremely well to get up for it. And with 38 seconds left, a little bit of life has was breathed into the Kiwis. Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, and it definitely might be, as we see Aiko try to go for a bump there.
Oh,
Jolly Rogers gets a 50. It's awkward in the goal line, but luckily Reckless is able to get the clear away. But the pressure's not done yet.
oh,
An unfortunate miss there comes out from Beard. A double commit comes out as well. A double tap attempt by Skinny, not able to find the back of the net. But here, the last 10 seconds winding down, Reckless just elects to bang it away, and Skinny Legends is
what a
there
shot.
with a great redirect. And that might be the dagger for the Kiwis. A great play and an amazing shot there by Skinny Legend.
Yeah, no, and the Kiwis, whatever semblance of hope they had was just ripped away from them by Skinny Legend, pulling off the hat trick. And with 7 seconds left, the Kiwis need a score now. They need to score with some time on the clock, and that is going to be it. The Gorgons do extremely well to move on. And I mean, just hats off to them. Very well done by the Gorgons, applying pressure, extremely good on offense, and just not giving the Kiwis any room to operate.
Yeah, I mean, Skinny Legends really showed out in this game. He had 3 great goals. I mean, the double tap, the redirect, the pass off the ceiling, I believe as well as like, and he just played so well. And he definitely was the star, you know, reason that Gorgons were able to come back. You know, because they had taken you know, a couple games, but you know, Kiwis really gained the momentum there for a minute. I mean, he was definitely the reason that they were able to come back. So a great play by them, and you know, congrats to the Gorgons. They will be moving on. You know, if we could pull up the bracket for a second and see who they will be meeting in the next match. I believe it is the. Uh, sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake. It looks like they will be playing. the Pawns? Spitfires? Spitfire. No, wait.
It looks like they're going to be playing
Spitfires?
the Diffusion.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. The Gorgons will be playing the Diffusion. And I believe that's the number one seed in all of Novice League, right? Yes, they are 11-3, and I mean that's going to be a very difficult matchup for them. With they're going to go up against Silver J, Ghost Bacon, and Div. But I mean, based off the way that Gorgons really looked, I mean, I believe they get a real shot to upset the number one seed here in the Novice League.
Oh, definitely so. But I mean, on the flip side, Diffusion is the number one seed for a reason. They didn't get there just by looking pretty. They're really good at Rocket League, and so I mean, Gorgon's going to have a lot in front of them. It should be a good series, and
Yeah, but
yeah, really excited to catch that next one.
well, congrats against the Gorgons as they are able to move on. But we do have one more matchup of the night as we are going to be watching Snowstorm taking on Ascension, where that will be a great matchup. You do not want to miss it. We're going to take a 5 minute break or so, but we will be right back with that game.
See you in a minute.